#1 or P.E.N.I.
And the State Department of Corrections is now calling them an emerging public threat. Chris Blatchford is here to expose this group for the first time on TV. Chris.
Also known as the P.E.N.I Death Squad, law enforcement intelligence says the gang is increasing recruitment efforts in the ranks of white supremacist skinheads. And as we see in this Fox Undercover report, the P.E.N.I is making a push for power in prisons, but also out on the streets. This dog's owner belongs to a group so taken with violence.
His name's Hitman Tank.
He jokes even his pit bull carries a sawed-off shotgun. But later, seeing the dog in action, it's arguable Tank doesn't need a weapon. He is one.
If I don't have a gat, I start bombing on somebody, my dog locks on you too. So it's a little teamwork. Good boy, Tank.
And as night falls in this remote area near Big Bear,
Myself, I have over 300 guns.
the tattooed hands of Tank's owner ready a .38 revolver, quickly use it to demonstrate his murderous method. He is a shot caller in a gang called Public Enemy #1. Mostly known as P.E.N.I, sometimes referred to as PDS, short for the P.E.N.I Death Squad. Ready to kill enemies and snitches.
I'll end up with one of these when I got 16 gauge right here. Guarantee you won't get up if I blast you, you know?
As far as we can determine, P.E.N.I started in Long Beach about 1986. A small group of teenagers stealing their name from a hardcore punk rock band called Rudimentary P.E.N.I.
Rudimentary P.E.N.I, that's how P.E.N.I started.
This P.E.N.I member, in a police tape obtained by Fox 11 News, remembers the beginning.
When we were kids, and when we started this as kids, we were all punk rockers at Disneyland.
He is Brody Davis, a parolee who has done time for intimidating a witness. A far cry from Disneyland, he and his P.E.N.I brothers put down roots in the white supremacist skinhead movement, fertilized by hate, still blossoming into racist anger. By the early 90s, P.E.N.I had moved to Orange County, which became its main stomping grounds. Anaheim became a familiar haunt. Detective Tim Miller remembers them for auto theft, burglaries, and drug activity.
They were all into dope. Using methamphetamine was really the big thing, drug of choice.
7 grams.
Now, the drug culture runs through the veins of the P.E.N.I organization like blood.
This is what you call methamphetamines, glass.
Especially methamphetamines. But in all fairness, some P.E.N.I talk against the use of drugs.
That we don't all do drugs. Do you know what a skinhead is? A skinhead is a working class man that doesn't do drugs.
Everybody wants.
But clearly,
Spade, there's number one drug.
it appears P.E.N.I use of meth is epidemic.
Everybody's on it. So all it is just crack. It's another form of crack.
And also, for P.E.N.I,
I just do this for the money.
meth is a major source of income.
I'll do jail time, I'll do whatever I have to do to make the money, to get my coin, you know, and I live by the code of silence.
And he lives on the profits of drug sales.
Probably about $400 a day, but I'm not really pushing the issue.
He says he gets the dope from P.E.N.I buddies.
Partners make it.
For a while, they were making it here.
We're manufacturing speed.
That's until the dangerous chemicals used to make meth exploded.
We got a spark and the house went up.
Apparently, flames destroyed the cabin before firefighters and police arrived.
Well, I usually have it turned on.
These P.E.N.I often monitor police activity on a scanner.
Well, blast.
And according to law enforcement intelligence obtained by Fox 11 News,
Put some holes in motherfucker's head.
P.E.N.I are actively recruiting new members to protect their interests
Kill.
and strengthen their position among other white criminal elements.
Kill.
Department of Corrections gang officer Wes Harris.
These groups are going to start popping up everywhere, and they are extremely violent.
He says P.E.N.I sees themselves as Viking warriors, true to pagan Nordic gods, a die-on-your-shield philosophy, and no remorse. It fits well with a group that has evolved from punk rockers to racist skinheads to a gang of thugs moving into organized crime.
In this business, it's guns, speed, violence, and sex. That's what it's all about.
And law enforcement sources say there is an alarming chain of events launching P.E.N.I's power, causing an alliance with another well-known white supremacist group and threatening to beef up P.E.N.I's influence in prison yards and out on the street. We'll have that story tomorrow.